My daughter's scream shattered the morning calm. We were halfway to school, radio low, sunlight spilling across the dashboard, when she gasped, "Dad, we have to go back, now!" Her voice wasn't childish, it was urgent, hollow, like she'd seen something I couldn't. I asked her why, but she only shook her head, tears flooding her eyes. "Please, Daddy, just go back." Something inside me, an instinct I couldn't name, obeyed. I turned the car around, the tires screeching against the empty road. Every second stretched thin. When we reached the house, the silence outside was wrong. The wind had stopped. The neighborhood still. My hands trembled as I unlocked the front door. The air hit me, thick, chemical, sweet. Then came the sound. Not crying, not movement, just a faint mechanical hum. My mind fractured into images. The sitter's smile, her quiet questions about our routines, her too eager offers to help. And my baby, alone inside. The nursery was spotless, too spotless. The crib was empty, the window open. Curtains fluttering like something had just escaped. For a heartbeat, I couldn't breathe. Then I saw it, an empty bottle on the floor, formula, unlabeled, and a faint ring of white powder around the rim. My daughter's small hand gripped mine. "She wasn't nice, Daddy." Her words cracked me open. I ran to the kitchen. The sitter's bag sat on the counter, unzipped, careless. Inside, a burner phone, cash, a passport. Different name, different face. My wife had hired her, insisted on her, said she was recommended by a friend I'd never met. That's when the truth began to bleed through the edges of my panic. The calls she took in the other room, the sudden trips, the new lock on her office drawer. None of it was coincidence. The betrayal didn't just sting, it hollowed me. I didn't call the police, not yet. I'd spent years building a quiet life, burying what I used to be. The kind of man who could read lies in a heartbeat. The kind of man who'd once been paid to find people who didn't want to be found. That night, after I put my daughter to bed, I searched. I cracked my wife's phone back up. Hidden files, encrypted folders. One message opened like a blade. "Once he's gone, the insurance pays double. Make it look like the sitter's mistake." I sat there, still as stone. The baby was never the target. I was. Every night after, I moved carefully, studying her eyes when she spoke, counting the seconds between her words. I noticed the way she lingered near the baby's bottle before handing it to me, the subtle way her tone shifted when she mentioned the sitter. I gathered everything, screenshots, timestamps, her financial transfers, her burner card linked to offshore withdrawals. Each detail was a piece of her betrayal. Each discovery, a quiet incision through the remains of what I'd once called love. 3 days later, I confronted her. Not with words, with evidence. I laid out the photos, the account statements, the message chain. Her face drained of color. She whispered, "You don't understand." "I understand enough." She trembled. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this." Her words echoed, meaningless. When I told her about our daughter's sudden plea that morning, she froze. "She knew?" I nodded slowly. Children feel what adults try to hide. She collapsed into the chair, shaking. "You were supposed to be gone." I watched her fall apart, emotionless. Inside, I was already gone. That night, I sent every file to the authorities. Anonymous drop, timed release, insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit homicide. The evidence spoke louder than I ever could. Then I walked into the nursery. The nightlight glowed softly. My baby breathed in tiny, fragile intervals. My older daughter sloughed with one arm hanging off the bed, her fingers open toward the door, trusting, unafraid. I turned off the monitor. When the sirens came hours later, I didn't flinch. I watched through the window as they took her away, barefoot, sobbing, mascara streaked like shadows of what she'd pretended to be. She looked up once, searching for something in me, forgiveness maybe. All she found was the reflection of what she'd made. It's been weeks. The house is quiet again, too quiet. Sometimes I catch myself standing at the nursery door, listening for the hum of danger that used to live in our walls. It's gone now. My daughter still asks why we came home that morning. I tell her the truth I can bear. Because you knew something I didn't. She smiles, then runs off to play. And I stay there a moment longer, feeling the cold satisfaction settle in my chest. The clarity that comes only after surviving betrayal. I didn't lose my family that day. I lost an illusion. And in its ashes, I found something rarer. Control.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.